Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. If you've seen any of my videos before, you might have seen a screen like this at the end. Now, if you're curious as to what this is called a trade-up. But what is it? How does it work? And most importantly, is it worth your time? I think it absolutely is. Now, there are going to be some chapters, so if you know one thing I'm talking about, but not another, you can skip around. Get the best out of the video in the least amount of time. But without further ado, let's get into it. Now, for section 1, what is a trade-up? It's when you exchange multiple lower rarity skins for one higher rarity. You can see on screen the conversion rates. It's usually 10 for 1, with the exception of golds, which only take 5 reds. Now, it's important to keep in mind. Stat track trade-ups are possible, but only if you use all 10 skins that are stat track. You can't do 5 and 5. Now, moving on to section 2. What is a filler? It's just a skin that you use to fill a trade-up contract. It does not need to be the same condition. It does not need to be the same collection, but it does need to be the same rarity. And to build off of this, let's take this R8 and this M4, both from separate collections. If you use 70% of your fillers from one collection, there's a 70% chance that it will hit that collection. Same with 50-50, same with 100-0. So it's important to keep in mind, if you have one collection that you really want to hit, you should be using more skins from that collection. Now, what exactly is a float cap? A float cap is just the range of floats available for any given filler. This is really important to keep in mind, as if you don't know the float caps for both your inputs and outputs, it could take a great, profitable trade-up and throw it straight into the red. Now, how it usually works is floats fall in a range between 0 and 1, as you can see on screen. But if the float cap is less than 1, you could take 10 factory news and get a minimal wear. It really sucks. But if it's higher than 0, there's a chance you take higher floats and convert them to a lower float output. As you can see, there's a chance you take 10 minimal wears and get a factory new. Now, moving on, I want to make a disclaimer before we get into section 4. This is my experience. This is entirely anecdotal. Please do some more research, find some more resources to educate you before you get into making trade-ups. If you're a newbie, which I'm assuming you are if you're watching this. Anyway, how do you buy the right fillers? Now, most services kinda suck, because you can't make buy orders. You have to find everything yourself. The second best kind of service is actually Steam, because you can make buy orders. That is a really important part. Now with Steam, you can't filter by floats. So if you just need a skin and the float is really easy to hit, make a buy order on something like Steam. Keep the ones you need, sell the ones you don't. But ideally, you would use something like CS float, because you can specify by float. So if you need something really precise, then I would use CS float. Now these are examples. There are more services that let you filter by floats for buy orders. There are more services that don't. Please do your own research. Now, that is it for the trade-ups. These are the announcements. First off, I'm gonna be locking the trade-ups behind a like goal. I know it's not great. I know you want them for free, but this helps both of us out. I get more engagement, you get more trade-ups. I think it's a win-win. And secondly, I'm gonna be coming back to this video in a week, and for every like we get, I'll open a Budapest capsule. So if you wanna see that, feel free to leave a like. With that being said, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. It tells YouTube I did a good job, and it tells them you want to see more content like this. If you didn't enjoy it, feel free to leave a dislike and tell me why in the comments. And there's no trade-up. I'm gonna say the like goal for the next video is 24 likes. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.